Hi there, my name is Lindsay and welcome to my channel. Today I'm discussing my day 3 of the workouts, which is my bike ride through along the water. And with this to kind of making a new announcement of what I've decided to do with my workout routines. How much I love to wake up and get up and go in the morning, go on a bike ride or go run or skip, see the sun, like the sun's at the highest point in the day. It's great. I love it. I totally commend anyone who wakes up early. That's the best way to go. However, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, and why I'm sharing this is to kind of maybe hear feedback from it for other people who's had experiences like this, and kind of seeing like what other people do for their routines as well. And I'm just sharing my experience and kind of sharing a little bit about tips and tricks around it, and to try new routines even though the situation might be harder. So the situation was that I was waking up really early, well, not really early, but like 6:45, and then slowly it started to change to 7:45. I was getting up, doing my workouts before work, and my work starts at 9. Sometimes I would be running over to work with, you know, my hair started being nice and curly, and then in the end it started being in braids and buns because I ran out of time because I was getting up later. And I think a huge part of it was I've been going to bed later, sometimes at 2:30, and then sometimes the puppy, we have an Aussie door, has been up during the night, and when that happens, I just feel so dead the next day. And one of the biggest components was I was finding that my job was kind of getting affected by the lack of sleep. And at the end of the day, that's something that I have a huge passion for, and I have a firm believer, you know, you have responsibilities, jobs, and the workouts kind of have to cascade in around those things. So for me, I've decided that as much as I love to do my workout in the morning, what I will do is maybe my strength training workout in the morning, which is a 15-minute butt or arm or back workout, which I'll do. But then after work is when I do my cardio, and I'm thinking that doing it like this may help a lot better. I was feeling like just like not feeling like really sad, feeling just like super tired after work. I would come over after 5 o'clock, be so tired, run to bed, run to the couch, start to fall asleep. Didn't have any energy, was like not happy at all, like was really feeling really sad. So and I was like, what's going on? And then a couple days when I ended up sleeping in to like 8 o'clock, I started to I couldn't go and work out, so I would wait until after work. And what I noticed is when I worked out after work, it refreshed my mind. It like gave me this boost of energy. I was able to come over, and I felt happy. I felt excited. I felt engaged. Like I just felt disengaged. I didn't want to talk to anyone, and I'm a talker. So it was, yeah. So the difference is maybe decide that even though I prefer to wake up early, run in the morning, I'm thinking that maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's cardio and it's hardcore, and it's like it's a stressor on your body. And I'm thinking maybe in the morning it's especially with my sleep schedule, which in addition I'm trying to change. Last night going to bed at 1, which has been a lot helpful, to change all those elements and see where it brings me today. And so far it's one of the hardest things, and I don't know if you've ever found this, but I find that when I change a schedule and especially put off my workouts, it's hard. It goes in my mind. I'm like, shoot, I need to work out. I got to do this. I want to get it done right away. And I enjoy it, but it's something that like my body just wants to do. I don't know if I have like an excess amount of energy or enough, and that usually calms me down. But I think when it affects you in a negative way, by not like by trying to work out and then your body doesn't feel good, I think there's definitely an alternative, and so this is the alternative. So yeah, it's not ideal for me because like usually everyone else has done their work and then they want to hang out. But for me, this is something that I've got to do, and for me, working out is one of the biggest things that keeps me happy, keeps me sane. If I don't work out, I'm not a happy camper, period. So yeah, so we're gonna try this new workout, and then after this video too, there is just a video on just where I bike along, and today's workout will be a skipping one, so I will post that after to show you kind of like my whole skipping routine, how I go from doing like high legs, knee kicks, and this is it's almost for me with skipping. That's what I'm going to be doing today. The skipping routine is like a dance routine. I used to do ballet when I was growing up, and I find that putting elements in that, and then also I have these in as well, but like having ear pods in are the best way to do it, because then you can be like hands free. You can skip rope. I've done it with the other ones too, like just normal headphones, and sometimes your rope gets tangled in it, but that's okay. But I find the best, the skipping routine is one of my favorite, because you're listening to music, you're jumping around, it feels like you're like dancing almost, and the time flies. And it's not about the time. If I feel tired at some point, I would stop. But there's something about having that good workout in, and then after, it just feel amazing. And another aspect that I want to improve, and last night I was guilty before, it's sugar. I've been trying to cut my sugar down during the day, kind of making meals and whatnot, but I used to be vegan, as I mentioned before, and that's something that I want to, I stopped being vegan, because similar things happen. I was getting up in the night for no reason, sleepwalking, literally going to the fridge, eating cereal, and then somehow I started, like, I would smell meat, because I was living with roommates at the time, and it started to smell good at that time, and that's when I realized that, you know what, maybe this diet of being vegan is not working for me, and that's how I decided to start incorporating it. I actually, during my sleep eating episodes, which my boyfriend had a fair share of them, catching me in the freezer like this, eating ice cream and whatnot. Well, it was vegan ice cream at the time, but at the end of the day, I slowly started introducing meat and kind of stopping all the veganism items, and I found that I could sleep through the night, and my energy felt a lot better. I had more energy. At the beginning of being vegan, I had a lot of energy, the best energy ever, and that was something that's kept me with it. But about a year and a half later, it was completely shot. Mind you, at the same time, I had to reduce my exercise as well. I was running probably about 2.5 hours a day, or biking 2.5 hours a day, and that took a huge chunk out of my day as well, and it really took a chunk out of my body. It made me feel super tired all the time. It just wasn't the perfect fit for me, or really, I don't think for anyone. But that's the thing about working out and eating and different diets, is really trying to figure out what's best for you. I've visited a naturopath way back, because I did struggle with gastroparesis, where for a year I was throwing up. I didn't understand what was going on. So now I take a stomach medication called domperidone, and it gets my stomach moving before eating. However, with that, it's allowed me to eat a lot of foods that, especially the naturopath, kind of recommended that I don't. And sometimes, even though like I'm a huge huge person who supports fruit nut mix, or like nut mix, or peanut butters and stuff like that, that's the one thing that actually was recommended not to be eaten for me, because they take a while to digest. So those reports were actually really helpful, and you know what, I might even consider seeing a naturopath again. It was something that was one of my favorite experiences, And yeah, I've definitely gone down the journey of like meditation and prayer and all of those different aspects, and doing yoga. Those are things that have made me feel like the calmest. It's hard to feel calm I find sometimes, and I kind of like the, you know, hardcore things, but at the end of the day, sometimes it brings you to this complete state of tiredness, and the worst, not even tiredness is the worst thing, but it's feeling the sadness, feeling like really low, like, and then when I felt really low, like especially in these last couple months, feeling really low, I strive towards just eating more sugar, and then it's just up and down battle with, you know, your emotions and your intake of food, and dealing with things. And then you just get more stressed, and then it affects your work, it affects your relationships, it affects a lot of things. So yeah, and it's definitely all about a balance, and kind of like after things don't work, it's kind of taking time and reassessing. And I found too, yeah, one of the biggest things was I had, at the beginning of my work, I'm doing a summer co-op, and at the beginning of my work I had so much passion for it, and then all of a sudden I found that like I still had the same passion for it, but it started to change. I started like feeling just like off, funny during the day, and I'm like, and I didn't feel engaged in conversations as I usually did. I'm like, what's going on? Like this is not okay. And I just didn't really say anything to anyone, but like I was just doing the work, and then something felt a little bit lost. So yeah, so that's kind of like the update. So that's where I stand with everything. Now, yes, so please watch the video below, and then watch the next video for my skipping routine. Thank you so much, and